Kashmir files mainly focuses on how Hindus are driven out by Muslims to India outside Kashmir. Okay, so this is called Exodus. Violence is used, and the movie calls this genocide. So this is the main theme of the movie. But then it also makes a reference to other things like whether Kashmir is integral part of India or not. Okay. Here, so there is Exodus, and then whether Kashmir is a part of Kashmir is an integral part of India. Here, it shows a professor who says Kashmir is not an integral part of India and will not be a part of India, and it is not going to be. Okay. As the movie is claimed to be based on true events and true people, their point is that this character is based on certain people. This is Professor Radhika Menon, played by Pallavi Joshi, and the university called there was ANU. Okay. In reality, Professor Radhika Menon's character is based on two people. One was Nivedita Menon, the word is Menon, who is a JNU professor. She's in a meeting in 2016. So she says Kashmir is not a part. And then, yeah, it is also based on another character, Arundhati Roy, is a writer and an activist. Her photo with Yazin Malik, you see in the end of the movie, Radhika Menon's photo with a terrorist in the movie. So basically, the director wants to say that there is a violence, genocide, terrorism on one side, and some people are saying it is not a part. Okay. But what is the connection between the two? or what is the argument to say whether it is a part or not a part? This aspect is not covered in detail. Is not covered in detail. The authors don't ask if Nivedita Menon is saying this, what are her facts? What is her logic? Not covered. If Arundhati Roy is saying this, what are her facts? What is her logic? Not covered. What Radhika Menon does is that she simply makes assertions that it is not a part, without seeing what is the logic or what are the facts. So actually this character is based on not only Nivedita Menon, Arundhati Roy, but some mean politics gives rise to this character. So Nivedita Menon's facts and logic not covered. Roy's facts and logic not covered. But their assertions are taken stripped of facts and logic. Okay. So in one interview, Pallavi Joshi says that we want to provide a diverse perspective. This is not a diverse perspective. A perspective has to be provided by facts and logic. But there are no facts and logic supporting the professor. Facts and logic, facts are all on the other side, or sometimes there is no connection. So, so somehow it is portrayed that there is a genocide is going on, and there are some people who say this is not a part, without making clear what actually is the connection and what is the evidence for saying that Kashmir is a part. Okay. So here we would like to take one character, the historical character, who also said Jammu and Kashmir is not a part of India. And that person is a highly respected person, that is Jayaprakash Narayan. Jayaprakash Narayan wrote certain articles during 1964 and 66. Okay. So this is much before terrorism and worsening of the situation. He raises this issue of whether Jammu and Kashmir is a part of India. Okay, very sensitive person. And Jayaprakash Narayan is a very independent minded person. And this is what he said. It always seemed to me to be a lie to say that the people of Kashmir had decided to integrate themselves with India. It is a lie to say they decided to integrate themselves with India. It's a lie. It means it is not a part. They might do so, but they have not done it. It means he's saying people so far did not choose to be a part of India. And often India says that the people who are taking part in the elections, so it means that they chose. On this, JP says, apart from the quality of elections, because elections were many times rigged, the future of Jammu and Kashmir was never made an electoral issue at any of them. So whether Kashmir was a part of India or not was never an electoral issue, apart from the fact that elections were rigged. So he's saying that people did not choose to be a part of India. Very serious statement. Next, he says, Kashmir question has been settled once for all. Kashmir is a part of India. Is a part of India. That is a fact of history. They say Kashmir is a part of India and that is a fact of history. That I think is the worst form of autosation. So those who say Kashmir became a part of India are only hypnotizing themselves. Autosation. That is the worst form. So what Radhika Menon was saying in the movie, or what Nivedita Menon and Arundhati Roy were saying outside, was said by none other than Jayaprakash Narayan during 60s. So what do you do now? Now to my students. Vivek Agnihotri, Anupam Kher, and Narendra Modi. So how do they take JP's statement? How does the Prime Minister take JP's statement? Because you cannot say JP is a congressman and Congress did this. JP fought against critical of Congress during Nehru era, and then after that he fought against Indira Gandhi. JP, you can't say he is simply Marxist. He was Marxist and later he rejected Marxism. You can't say JP is all westernized and not Indian in thinking. JP was a student of Vinoba Bhave, follower of Gandhi. These people have deep respect for Indian tradition. So can you call him anti-national? So how do you understand JP? So you reject Arundhati Roy, you reject a professor of JNU who has definitely studied a lot about historical situation, casually, without going into any details of why she might be saying what she's saying. Okay, so what do you do with Jayaprakash Narayan? So more importantly, what does Prime Minister say about JP's statement? Prime Minister said, the movie shows the truth. Okay. So, if movie is the truth, then JP is falsehood. JP must be a traitor. So, does Prime Minister say that JP was wrong? Of course, he is free to say. Of course, they are free to say JP was wrong and is wrong. Okay. But are they saying it is an issue. And more importantly, what JP said was before terrorism, before much alienation. So before terrorism, before much alienation, which took place in 1989, it is only auto-suggestion for Indians to think it is a part of India. Then now, if you are thinking it is a part of India, what are you? So if it is hypnosis to think that it is a part of India in 60s, then what are you when you think that Jammu and Kashmir is a part of India? So the point is, when somebody is saying a part of or not a part of, there is some criteria. So what is the criteria is an issue. Which criteria that the director is using to say it is a part? Which criteria that Arundhati Roy and Nivedita Menon or Jayaprakash Narayan are saying that is not a part? So what is the criteria? And what would Prime Minister say about this criteria? That we will do in lesson 3. But this is lesson 2, and I want my students to reflect on this.